Hi students, how are you? In this session we are going to discuss about fourth colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. Here first you see what is osmosis. Here osmosis is the phenomenon in which a solvent molecules flow from low concentration region to high concentration region through a semi-permeable membrane is known as osmosis. Osmosis means just it is phenomenon. The flow of solvent molecules or movement of solvent molecule from low concentration region to high concentration region through semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Otherwise, flow of solvent molecule from dilute solutions to the concentrated solution through semi-permeable membrane also called as osmosis. Yes, semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane. Here a membrane which allows solvent molecules to pass through it but not allows solute molecules. Such a layer we call as semi-permeable membrane. A membrane which allows only solvent molecules to pass through it but not allows solute molecules to pass through it is known as semi-permeable membrane. A semi-permeable membrane means is a thin layer consists of small holes or pores is called semi-permeable membrane. Here generally solvent particle size is very less, solute particle size is more. Simply here smaller solvent molecules can pass through the semi-permeable membrane, but larger solute particle cannot pass through the semi-permeable membrane. This semi-permeable membrane again we can divide into what's are natural semi-permeable. These are natural. Second one synthetic. Natural parchment paper, plant membrane, animal membrane, like pigs. Here example given, that is pig's bladder. These are the examples for natural semi-permeable membrane. Here you see sir, semi-permeable. Some portion it will give the permission, for it cannot give the permission to all molecule, which it gives permission to the very small molecule like solvent. Generally solvent particles are size less, solute particle size more. That's why it allows only solvent particles through it, but never allows solute particles through it. That's why it is called semi-permeable membrane. Synthetic semi-permeable membrane, generally gelatinous calcium phosphate, gelatinous calcium phosphate layer, and gelatinous copper ferrocyanide. These we can use as synthetic semi-permeable membrane. Is it semi-permeable membrane? Now one small experiment you have to see to understand the osmosis. Here Sir, you see, one beaker we are taken here. In beaker, dilute solution I am taken. Dilute solution means suppose sugar very dilute or pure solvent you take, no problem. In this outside container, this is thistle funnel. In thistle funnel, concentrated sugar solution or concentrated solution we are taking, means more solute dissolved in this solution. So inside funnel concentrated solution, outside funnel dilute solution or pure solvent is there. Is a clear? Carefully see, initially level of solution inside the thistle funnel I mark as A. Is a clear? Outside dilute solution I am taken. Outside dilute solution solute particles less. Inside solution concentration more. Reason solute is more. Carefully see, sir. This outside dilute solution, inside concentrated solution separated by semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane. When this thistle funnel placed in dilute solution in this container, what will happen? It will start movement of solvent particle from dilute solution to concentration solution. This phenomenon takes place till the equilibrium established between inside solution and outside solution. The movement of solvent particle from dilute solution to concentrate solution through semi-permeable membrane, that phenomenon we can call as osmosis. Due to osmosis, slowly solvent molecule, only smaller size solvent molecule, moves into the thistle funnel. Reason inside concentration is more. That's why due to entering here, slowly solution level goes on increases. Is a cleaner. Once equilibrium it goes on increases during the osmosis. Once inside and outside, inside and outside both solution comes into the equilibrium, then this phenomenon will be stopped. Is a clear? This phenomenon till the movement of solvent molecule from dilute solution to concentration solute takes place, till the equilibrium is established between the two solutions. Is a clear? This is osmosis. This osmosis is nothing but phenomenon. Next, one more small diagram. So, see sir, one more diagram. Here the solution I am taken. Solution means it contains more solute. In another container I am taking what's it? Pure solvent I am taking. Generally it is considered very dilute solution. There is no solute. It is a solution. Generally here what will happen? Here these two solutions separated by semi-permeable membrane. Simply we can write SPM. Now these solvent particles moves from pure solvent to the solution through semi-permeable membrane, means osmosis takes place from dilute solution to the concentrated solution. This process is known as osmosis. This osmosis can take place till the equilibrium established between the pure solvent and solution. See sir, here whatever the pressure present on this piston P atmosphere, here also P atmosphere. Here carefully see, osmosis takes place. To stop this osmosis, we should apply some pressure on the solution side. Here actually pure solvent moves from, solvent molecule moves from pure solvent to solution. This movement to stop, some external pressure we have to apply on the solution side. That external pressure that must be applied to the solution in order to stop flow of solvent molecule from dilute solution to concentrate solution or from pure solvent to solution. This pressure is known as osmotic pressure, that is denoted by pi. We can't apply it at the pure solvent side. That some amount of extra pressure, external pressure must be applied just to stop osmosis or just to stop flow of solvent molecule from pure solvent to solution. That pressure is known as osmotic pressure. Here that pressure denoted with pi. This osmotic pressure only depends on number of solute particle present on the solution. Is it clear? Number of solute particles more means here applying external pressure or applying osmotic pressure is more. So this osmotic pressure, it is colligative property. Reason it is depends on number of solute particle present in the solution, but not depends on a nature of solute. Is it clear? Units of osmotic pressure, SI units of osmotic pressure, Newton per meter square. Is it clear? Newton per meter square. Now we have to see the difference between osmosis and diffusion. Differences between osmosis and diffusion we have to see, sir. Osmosis means already we know what that is. Movement of solvent molecule from low concentration region to high concentration region through semi-permeable membrane. Is it clear? It is taken. But here you see, sir, diffusion means movement of molecule, not only solute, either solute or solvent, movement of molecule from high concentration region to low concentration region. Here high concentration to low concentration region. Here low movement of solvent molecule from low concentration to high concentration. Here semi-permeable membrane is required. It is takes place through the semi-permeable membrane. Here there is no membrane. Best example for the diffusion, if a fully air inhalated balloon, if the blast, air will expel to all the areas. So for chimney, if releases gas, it goes to all areas. Is a clear? Smoke towers, if you releases gas, smoke, it will go to all areas. So that is comes under into diffusion. Here semi-permeable membrane is required. Here there is no, it not required semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis can stop by applying external pressure, but diffusion cannot stop by applying any pressure. Is it clean? These are the differences between osmosis and diffusion. Next, want of theory of dilute solutions or loss of osmotic pressure. Scientist Want of he studied properties of dilute solutions and he found close resemblance or close similarities between molecules of dilute solution and gas molecules. These and all they expressed in terms of want of theory of dilute solution or loss of osmotic pressure. Is it clear? First one, want of Boyle's law. It is almost similar to Boyle's law. Want of Boyle's law. According to this, at constant temperature, here osmotic pressure is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution. Is it clear? So here concentration inversely proportional to volume, pi inverse 1 by V. According to Want of Boyle's law, at a constant temperature constant, sir, at constant temperature, osmotic pressure of the solution directly proportional to concentration, or osmotic pressure is inversely proportional to volume. This is considered as what, sir? Equation 1. This is similar to what, sir? Similar to Boyle's law. Therefore pi V is equal to constant. Pi V is equal to constant. Next one, want of Charles law. Want of Charles law. Here, at constant pressure, pressure means here what pressure we can take? Osmotic pressure. At constant osmotic pressure, see, sorry for the mistake. At a constant concentration, you have to take constant concentration. Concentration denoted with C, sir. At a constant concentration, osmotic pressure of the solution directly proportional to absolute temperature. This is considered as equation 2. Carefully listen. Next, last one. Want of Avogadro's Avogadro's law. Want of Avogadro's law. Here, according to this, both temperature and pressure here, both temperature and pressure is constant. According to under the similar conditions of temperature, osmotic pressure, and temperature, what will happen? Volume of the solution is directly proportional to the number of solute particle. Instead of here volume, we are taking the osmotic pressure. So osmotic pressure directly proportional to N. Means under the similar conditions of temperature and osmotic pressure, equal volumes of solutions contain equal number of molecules. If the number of molecules increases, osmotic pressure increases. Therefore, direct formation here, osmotic pressure directly proportional to the number of solute particle. Means osmotic, already we know osmotic pressure depends on number of solute particle irrespective of nature. So here osmotic pressure is colligative property. Carefully see once again, want of Boyle's law. According to this, osmotic pressure proportional to concentration, osmotic pressure inversely proportional to volume. Want of Charles law. According to this, at constant concentration, osmotic pressure directly proportional to absolute temperature. According to Want of Avogadro's law, osmotic pressure of the solution directly proportional to number of molecules under the similar conditions of what's it? Under the similar conditions of volume and temperature. Okay, now it is equal temperature, equal volume, pi directly proportional to N. From this, from equation 1, 2 and 3, pi proportional to 1 by V, pi proportional to N, pi proportional to T, pi proportional to N. From all these things, what we can write? Pi proportional to Nt by V. To remove this proportionality constant, what we can write, sir? Or proportionality constant. Okay, proportionality constant Nt by V. In the place of N by V, we can write concentration, number of moles of solute present in unit volume we call as concentration, that is molarity, not molality. Number of moles of solute present in present in 1 liter of solution is called molarity. So N by V I wrote, C is nothing but actually molarity, C indicate concentration into RT. If this is what's an osmotic pressure. Carefully see here, R is what's our Want of constant, its value, it is equal to universal gas constant. It is 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Is it clear? Joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Carefully see how to derive this one. Want of Boyle's law, pi proportional to 1 by V under the constant temperature. Want of Charles law, pi proportional to T at constant concentration. at 1 of Avogadro's law, pi proportional to n under equal volume and the same temperature. From these three equation, pi proportional to what's that nt by v. To remove the proportionality r constant I am using, this is the want of constant. Actually this value is equal to universal gas constant, pi equal to CRT. Pi is osmotic pressure. Here you remember very important point, osmotic pressure is colligative property, but osmosis is a phenomenon. Osmosis is not colligative property. This is clean. Now from this osmotic pressure, how to calculate the molecular mass of solute, you have to see. Relation between osmotic pressure pi and molecular mass of non-volatile solute present in the solution. So carefully see, first pi is equal to nRT by V. This is the formula, or we can also write pi V is equal to nRT. Sir, here n is nothing but what's that? Number of moles of solute. N is number of moles of solute, volume of solution, or want of constant, T absolute temperature. Okay, pi is equal to, instead of W B by, instead of n, number of moles of solute is equal to mass of solute by molar mass of solute into 1 by volume of solution in liter. 1 by volume in liter into RT. This is the formula for the what's the instead of number of moles of solute, I wrote mass of solute by molar mass of solute. If the molar mass of solute, if you separate, MB is equal to WB into 1 into RT by pi into volume of solution in liter. Suppose volume, if they given in milliliter, what we are getting? 1000 by volume in milliliter. So MB is equal to mass of solute into 1000 into RT by osmotic pressure into volume of solution in milliliter. This is the formula we are using to calculate molecular mass of solute present in the solution. So this is the best method to calculate molecular mass of the solute. Is it clear? Unknown molecules, unknown non-volatile solute molecule molar mass to calculate, this method we are using. Reason, you have to see, this method we are using under room temperature condition. First point. Second one, instead of molality, in this method we are using molarity. C is nothing but here molarity. Pi is equal to another form, what's that? You have to see pi is equal to CRT. In this, C is nothing but molarity. Previous elevation of boiling point or depression in freezing point, here concentration term is molality, but in pi in osmotic pressure, here we are using molarity instead of molality. Point 2. Third one, this osmotic pressure value is very high even for very dilute solutions also. Due to these three reasons, this is the very more useful method to calculate molecular mass of unknown solute. What are the main point? Point 1, first, here this is osmotic pressure we are calculate under the room temperature. Second one, we are using molarity instead of molality. Third one, here this osmotic pressure value is very high even for dilute solutions also. Due to this reason, molality is best method. This method we are using to calculate molar mass of proteins, polymers, macromolecules, biomolecules, unstable at a high temperature. Biomolecules which are unstable at a high temperature, these all substance molecular mass we can determine by using osmotic pressure method. Is it clear? Protein, most of the proteins, polymers, macromolecules, biomolecules which are unstable at high temperature, for these all molecules molecular mass we can calculate by using the osmotic pressure method. Is it clear? Next one. Relatively, by comparing osmotic pressures of two solutions, that solutions we are named as isotonic solutions, hypertonic solutions and hypotonic solutions. Carefully see, sir. By comparing osmotic pressure of two solutions, what names we are using means isotonic solutions. Second one, hypotonic solutions, hypertonic solutions. Isotonic, hypotonic, hypertonic. Simple, sir. Iso similar, hypo smaller or lower, hyper higher than. Is a cleaner. So based on this you have to see first isotonic solution. What is this isotonic solution? Here solution 1, solution 2. If the two solutions having same osmotic pressure under same temperature, such a solutions we call as isotonic solution. First solution osmotic pressure pi 1, second solution osmotic pressure pi 2. Okay, now if the two solutions having same osmotic pressure under the same temperature or at same temperature or constant temperature, such a solutions are called as what's that? Isotonic solution. In isotonic solution, osmotic pressure 1 equal to first solution osmotic pressure is equal to second solution osmotic pressure. In generally formula pi 1 is equal to C1 RT. Same temperature, R is constant. At under the same temperature means T also constant. So pi 1 is equal to C1 RT. Therefore pi 2 is equal to C2 RT. Here from this isotonic solution means immediately you have to see pi 1 is equal to pi 2. Pi 1, pi 2 if equal, then what will happen? C1 RT equal to C2 RT. If pi 1 equal to pi 2, then what we are getting? C1 RT is equal to C2 RT. RT cancel. Therefore, C1 is equal to C2. Simply remember, isotonic solution, what if it came? Pi 1 equal to pi 2. Therefore, C1 equal to C2. Is it clear? At constant temperature. Remember, here C1 means what's that? Molar mass of solute of the component 1 by, this is a C, mass of solute 1 by molar mass of solute 1 into 1000 by volume in milliliter. This equal to solute 2 in another solution, second solution. Here molar mass of solute 2 into 1000 by volume of solution in milliliter. Sir, based on this formula, suppose one solution molecular mass and second solution mass only knows, you don't know the molar mass of another solute. By using this formula, if the volumes equal, these also cancel. If volume in this, if volume equals, what will happen? These two cancel. Therefore, based on this formula, we can calculate molecular mass of or molar mass of unknown solute. By using osmotic pressure comparison, we can calculate what's that? osmotic pressure, molecular mass or molar mass of the unknown solute. Isotonic, meaning what, sir? The two solutions having same osmotic pressure at constant temperature, they are called as isotonic solution. Pi 1 equal to pi 2, therefore C1 is equal to C2. By using this formula, we can utilize we can calculate molecular mass of unknown solute. One more point. If the two isotonic solution, pi 1 equal to pi 2 I am taken, here semi-permeable membrane I am taken, sir, SPM, semi-permeable membrane. Here solution 1, its osmotic pressure pi 1, its osmotic pressure pi 2. Pi 1 equal to pi 2, solution 1, solution 2. If this same osmotic pressure solution separated by semi-permeable membrane, there is no osmosis, there is no flow of solvent molecules from either side. Reason, both solutions osmotic pressure equal, so osmosis never takes place. Loss of water, loss of solvent or gain of solvent cannot take place between these two solutions. So carefully see, sir, best example for this. Example for isotonic solution. The fluid present in blood, osmotic pressure, fluid present in blood osmotic pressure, is pi 1 I consider. It is equal to normal saline. Normal saline means 0.9 mass by volume percent NaCl solution. This is we call as normal saline. Carefully see, normal saline, this osmotic pressure just you consider as pi 2. Fluid present in blood osmotic pressure pi 1. Fluid present in blood osmotic pressure is equal to normal saline osmotic pressure. So what will happen here? Pi osmotic pressure when equal, if the both separated by the blood cell wall, here it is act as membrane, okay na, there is no osmosis. Suppose one blood cell I put in normal saline, what will happen here? Normal saline osmotic pressure pi 2. Here blood fluid osmotic pressure pi 1. Pi 1 equal to pi 2. Means both concentration almost equal in blood fluid and normal saline. Osmotic, isotonic means osmotic pressures equal, therefore concentrations also equal. These two concentrations are equal. These two are separated by the cell membrane, but there is no osmosis takes place. That's why blood cell when dipped in normal saline solution, cell size increasing or cell size decreasing should not be takes place. Reason, there is no osmosis between there is no osmosis between normal saline and blood cell. Second one is sir, hypotonic solution. Carefully see, normal saline means its concentration 0.9% W by V. So you see, as compared to blood cell, here concentration I am taking less than what's it? 0.9 mass by volume percentage solution, means this concentration less than normal saline. In this, when you placed one blood cell, what will happen? Here concentration of this one, concentration of saline is less than this cell. That's why what will happen? Inside the blood cell concentration is more, outside solution concentration is less. Or in this situation, you know, So osmosis is takes place from, always osmosis where it takes place, from dilute solution to concentrated. Outside solution is diluted, cell is concentrated. That's why your solvent molecule pass through the cell membrane into the cell. So due to absorption of solvent molecule or water molecule, size of the cell will be increases. Cell will be swollen. Is it clear? Cell after some time it going to break down. So simply when blood cells dipped in low concentration solution or hypotonic solution, what happen? Cell will be swollen or cell will be blast due to absorbing solvent molecule. In the same way, third one, hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution which concentration greater than this normal saline. Okay, so here you see, sir, some amount of normal saline I'm taken here with concentration greater than its concentration. C, solution concentration greater than 0.9 mass by volume percentage. Here once blood cell I kept here. Carefully see. Blood cell concentration equal to, actually blood cell concentration equal to 0.9. If it less than 0.9, that is what we call hypotonic. Means solution concentration less, blood cell concentration more. That's why solvent molecule flow from dilute solution to concentration or outside solution to inside the blood cell. Cell will size will be increased. Come to the hyper solution. Here outside concentration more, blood cell size is, blood cell inside fluid concentration is less. Here it is diluted, outside is concentrated. Therefore what will happen? Here osmosis takes place through the cell membrane. Your cell membrane acting as semi-permeable membrane. Now solvent particle moves from inside cell to outside the solution due to loss of solvent molecule present in the, due to loss of solvent molecule present in the blood cell. What will happen? Cell size will be decreases. Means cell, blood cell undergoes, will start shrinking. Is it clear? This is nothing but what's a hypertonic solution. In hypertonic solutions, cell size will be decreased or cell will be shrinking. In hypotonic solution, cell will be swollen. If the blood cell when kept placed in normal saline solution, no increasing, no decreasing. That's why injection IV and all they are giving with normal saline. Due to giving of normal saline, what will happen? Size of the blood cell neither increasing nor decreases. Is it clear? These are the isotonic, hypotonic, hypertonic solutions. Applications of osmotic pressures. One by one you have to see, sir, so many our daily life, so many examples we are seeing regarding osmotic pressure. First example, come to the making of prickles. Generally mango pieces when prickled into the salty concentration prickled when big mango pieces when prickled inside, after some time, after some days, size of the mango pieces will be decreases. Reason, here mango pieces prickled into the concentrated salty solutions. Due to that, you see some mango piece inside concentration less, outside prickled solution concentration is more. Due to this, osmosis takes place from mango piece to the prickle. It loses water by the mango piece. That's why what will happen? That pieces will be shrink or shrivels. Okay, mango piece size will be decreases. Second one, wilted flowers and the slight drying flowers when kept, when placed in, wilted flowers when placed in fresh water after some time the refreshness of the flowers increases. That is what will it refreshness or it reveals the freshness of the flowers. Reason here, pure water concentration less in flower, in this flower stem concentration is more. That's why here osmosis takes place from fresh water to the flowers. It flowers absorbs the water, that's why it refreshness will be increases. In generally, in those who are taking salty food, is a cleaner in their intermolecular tissues, in between intermolecular tissues salt concentration will be increases. Due to increasing of salt concentration, it absorbs water from the cells. Due to absorbs this due to absorbing of water from the cells, in intercellular or cellular tissues, water quantity will increases. This problem is called puffiness, or this disease also called as edema. Swelling of intermolecular tissues, this is what we call puffiness or edema disease. Due to that, what limbs or legs, it will swelling will be happen. Those who are taking heavy salt in food, what will happen in between intermolecular tissue concentration, salt concentration more, it absorbs water, so water quantity increases in intermolecular tissues, intercellular tissues. Due to that resulting problem we call puffiness or edema. Is a cleaner. Next, generally storage of sweets. Here storage of sweets, what will happen when the sweets are taken here, it is concentration is more, and the sweets, if the break sweets on sweets, if the some bacteria if it is came, what will happen in sweets concentration is more, but in bacteria concentration is less. That's why this sweet absorbs water from bacteria and it reveals dry and died that bacteria on the surface of sweets. Is a cleaner. And salty meat, in salty meat, on the surface of meat, if the salt concentration is more, what will happen? If the bacteria comes on the contact with the surface, from the bacteria, what will happen? That water is absorbed, that bacteria lost water and dies. Is a cleaner. So these are the more useful in the storage of sweets and storage of salted meat, okay, to reduce the, okay, to refreshness increasing the flowers. And next one in prickles, mango prickle or prickles, pieces of the fruit will be decreases due to taking of heavy salt. Your problem will disease will come, puffiness or edema. Puffiness or edema. These all are applications of what's that? Applications of osmotic pressure. In the generally in plant, your flow of water to the soil to roots and roots to stem is the partial part of the what's that? Your osmotic pressure only. These all are applications of osmotic pressure. Okay, we'll continue next class. Okay, thank you.